Hare Krishna, my name is Kanishq Adhitya and I attend the Chadwell Heath BV. I have been asked to talk on what I would do to solve the UK's problems using spiritual solutions if I were to become Prime Minister. If I were to become the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, then I would try to resolve the problems relating to nature and animals within the country. I would do this by encouraging the distribution of Srila Prabhupada's books and studying them. This will help people to become vegetarians, in turn to help the environment and animals. Firstly, during this time, the human species across the globe committing the killing of both plants and animals for material gain of food, for leather and cosmetics. Yet some people even kill for sport and business. These activities are wrong, and inhumane killing of animals is wrong. However, some places carry out the practice of non-violence to animals beyond pets. This practice is commonly known by the Vedic term ahimsa. I would try to expand the practice of ahimsa throughout the country, as well as being the cause of much inhumane treatment towards many animals. The killing of animals and their uses are wrong. For example, many cows provide us with many things that humans use in everyday life. Cows give us fuel and milk and leather after a natural death. And bees give us honey, horses and cows give us power to transport and farm, to name a few. We are reducing the animal population by killing them, and by doing so we are turning away the help they give us. In our religious scriptures, it is shown that cows are very dear to the Lord, and killing any animal, especially cows, will bring forth various karmic reactions for our future and future lives. It is also proven in science that the eating of meat can lead to various health problems. The cons of eating animal meat outweigh the pros of eating it. Recent studies also show that eating meat is very harmful in the long term to our human bodies. Another example is shown in the physical structure of humans. In humans, the majority of our teeth are smooth and blunt, as they are designed to eat plants. Our canines are slightly sharper than our other teeth, but they are meant for the eating of harder plants. But they are misused by society in the eating of meat. In terms of finance and fitness as well, it is decidedly obvious that meat-eating diets are much more expensive than a plant-based diet, and eating them can harm our bodies and its health. I will also promote equal treatment of animals to stop the killing and inhumane treatment of them. A famous person known as in the United States of America, Jeremy Rifkin, also states, "By eliminating beef from the human diet, our species takes a significant step towards a new species of consciousness, reaching out in the spirit of shared partnership with the bovine, and by extension, other sentient creatures with whom we share the earth." Selective studies have also shown that if the world were to switch to the consumption of only plant-based foods, the food production would grow much, much quicker, and we would easily be able to feed those without food who die of hunger and starvation around the world. Massive animal slaughter and the human attempts at controlling animals by excessive breeding and killing in slaughterhouses is destroying our environment. The areas containing slaughterhouses have been extremely effective in destroying the surrounding natural environment. Firstly, excessive breeding creates overgrazing in certain areas, which disturbs the local food chain and ecosystems of other animals, and the excessive slaughtering of cows shows to have the same effect. Overgrazing in the long term can also lead to the desertification, which is not good at all for the surrounding human and animal communities. In many areas around the world, such as the Amazon rainforest, parts of the forest are destroyed in order to produce such vile, inhumane slaughterhouses. This destruction of plants unnecessarily invokes many collective karmic reactions because the plants are not offered to the Lord, and so the sin is not removed. Environmentalists would also say that destruction of trees is wrong, because they help us by producing oxygen as a waste product of photosynthesis. They help us reduce the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere by converting it into food. Humans also need the oxygen produced by trees in order to live. Slaughterhouses also limit many other industries while creating heavy strains on them, which do not allow us to utilize such industries to their full potential. One such industry is the farming industry. Due to the excess breeding of animals to be slaughtered, much of human plant produce is fed in order to fatten meat and create meat for humans to eat. For example, 56% of oats grains in America are produced solely to be consumed by animals in slaughterhouses, and a whopping overall of 94% of agricultural farmland produce in the USA is used in slaughterhouses. Instead of making animals consume so many plants so that we could consume them, it is much more efficient to dispose of such slaughterhouses, allowing the natural populations of both humans and animals to coexist and eat plant produce after offering to the Lord. Such a method would allow for all people in the world to be fed, and nobody would die of hunger or starvation. In order to mass grow animals to be slaughtered, they are also fed large amounts of water, which could instead be used for the areas of the world where safe, clean water is scarce. In the mass production of plants using machines, because we have stopped the traditional methods of relying on animals in many developed countries, much fuel is burned. In most cases, this fuel consists of fossil fuels such as crude oil or coal. These resources take millennia to produce and are being wasted in supporting this farce of animal slaughtering. Through the use of such fuels and machines, we are unnecessarily expending Mother Earth's resources, whilst also aiding the rapid rise of global warming, created by the mass output of greenhouse gases across the world. In conclusion, as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, I would promote Srila Prabhupada's teachings on vegetarianism, while simultaneously spreading awareness of the scientific problems and environmental issues created by humanity's consumption of meat. Thank you for listening. Hare Krishna.